Last week, Princess Eugenie joined others in paying tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth on the one-year anniversary of her passing. Last Friday held a special meaning for the royal family as they remembered the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's passing. Princess Eugenie expressed her emotions with a touching message on Instagram, where she revealed her longing for the late monarch. She also shared a heartfelt photo of herself sitting beside her late grandmother on a bench. Eugenie wrote, "I'm thinking of you today, missing you so much but remembering the life of service, love, and dedication you lived, not only for everyone, but also for your family who cherished you deeply. I'm forever grateful to you, and you'll always hold a special place in my heart." Fans responded with heartfelt messages of sympathy and support. One person commented, "She was a wonderful queen, and we all miss her." Eugenie's post comes amid reports from sources close to royal insiders that suggest the relationship between Eugenie and Harry and Meghan became distant after they criticized the Queen during her later years. The shocking interview conducted by the duo reportedly deeply saddened the late Queen Elizabeth, and they further offended the monarchy through their comments. Their involvement in the Netflix series and the release of a memoir also added to the tension. The insider also revealed that Princess Eugenie, in her efforts to become closer to Harry, developed friendships with several individuals who were connected to the royal family. These connections began with people who were already associated with Princess Eugenie. Initially, Meghan used these connections to get closer to her ultimate goal, which was getting closer to Harry, and she continued to gather information through these associations. It was noted that Meghan appeared to have a sense of envy and competitiveness towards Eugenie, feeling that Eugenie always held a higher status than her. As a result, Meghan felt obligated to show courtesy to Eugenie. Meghan continues to keep Eugenie close because she finds Eugenie useful, but there are times when Meghan treats Eugenie poorly when her less pleasant side comes out. Here are some examples of Meghan's behavior. Meghan initially befriended Eugenie in a manipulative manner during the early days. She used Eugenie as a way to get closer to Harry, possibly even causing some concerns during an event in early 2016 involving a questionable party with Mark Anderson, who has ties to Soho House. Meghan's actions led to Eugenie having to delay her wedding to Jack Brooksbank due to the scheduling conflicts with the Harcourt's wedding and other royal events. Meghan's well-known tiara incident happened because she insisted on wearing a tiara that would outshine both Eugenie and Princess Catherine, for which she had been lent a tiara by the late Queen. Princess Eugenie was graciously taught about the stunning Revel Emerald Kokoschnik tiara by her grandmother, who was related to the late Queen during a wedding. The tiaras were selected several months before the weddings, and the fact that the weddings were happening close to each other could be another reason that triggered Meghan's tantrum. She was not happy with the relatively simple tiara she was given compared to Princess Eugenie. In addition, Meghan publicly made fun of the late Queen, as well as Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank, in a moment that has become infamous. This incident occurred just 3 months after the late Queen's passing, when Meghan openly mocked the late Queen by performing a mocking curtsy. She also ridiculed Eugenie and Jack, sarcastically remarking that she had performed admirably. Eugenie had received widespread acclaim for her flawless curtsy to the Queen during the wedding, right after the national anthem. It was an exceptionally graceful, smooth, and flawless curtsy, even when judged by royal family standards. Certainly, emotionally healthy individuals can admire someone else's accomplishments without feeling threatened by them. However, it's clear that Meghan struggled to handle the situation, especially coming so shortly after her own wedding where her curtsy didn't receive the same level of attention or acclaim. And Meghan's popularity in the United States is significantly lower than anticipated. Meghan Markle's popularity has taken a sharp decline in the United States, as indicated by a recent poll that reveals she now holds a negative approval rating in her home country. Her popularity is notably lower than that of her husband, Prince Harry. The Sussexes have been actively trying to rebuild their image through media appearances. Meghan, in particular, has been seen rekindling her connections with Hollywood's A-listers like the Kardashians, Adele, and the Biebers, even attending Beyoncé's 42nd birthday party. However, their comeback efforts haven't been as successful as they hoped. According to a recent poll conducted by Newsweek, only 31% of Americans have a favorable opinion of Meghan, while 33% do not, resulting in a net approval rating of -2. This represents a significant drop in her popularity. Previously, in December, a separate poll by the same outlet had shown that Meghan was liked by a net approval rating of +23 among the U.S. public. This shift in public perception may be due to her stories about her struggles against the royal establishment and the challenges she faced as a divorced, non-white member of the world's most famous family. By June, Meghan's popularity was declining, as evidenced by her approval rating being at +6%. On the other hand, her husband's critical biography, published in January, received backlash on both sides of the Atlantic, but his image has weathered the storm better than Meghan's. Currently, Prince Harry holds an approval rating of +12. In the previous poll, Harry's approval rating in the United States was slightly higher, at 18. However, the latest poll, conducted among 1,500 U.S. adults between September 3rd and September 4th, revealed that more Americans have an unfavorable view of Meghan than a favorable one, marking the first time this has occurred in 5 months. Meghan's current net approval rating of -2% reflects a decline in her popularity, which coincided with the release of the couple's Netflix documentary, Harry and Meghan. This documentary failed to impress many American viewers, with fewer than 1 million tuning in for the first episode. In contrast, it garnered over 2.4 million viewers in the UK, even though the Sussexes were less popular in the UK just days before the show aired. Back in December 2022, Newsweek published a poll that showed Meghan's popularity at +23, while Harry had an impressive net approval rating of +38. However, in January, shortly after Harry published his controversial memoir, the ratings took a significant hit. Harry's approval dropped by a staggering 45 points to -7, while Meghan fell by 36 points to -13. At her lowest point, in another poll conducted in February, Meghan had a rating of -17. This meant that Americans had a more negative opinion of her than of Prince Andrew, who had faced controversy due to his association with Jeffrey Epstein. Harry's attempts to find success in streaming with his latest Netflix show, Heart of Invictus, also didn't fare well. Additionally, his philanthropic efforts related to the Invictus Games failed to make it into the platform's top 10 charts following its release on August 30th. Harry's wife may not appreciate this decline in her popularity, and there may be concerns that she will speak negatively about her husband. However, her behavior, which some find offensive, particularly towards the UK's ongoing issues, doesn't seem to resonate with the public.